This is Supreet, and today we're gonna look at GraphQLs. So we all have been working with HTTP request, REST APIs. Now it's time to look at GraphQL. GraphQL has two specific advantages. One is problem of overfetching and underfetching data. So if you want to query or if you want to hit an endpoint and get the data, you will always end up with having unnecessary data. Even though you don't need it, you will fetch all the data. Now, GraphQL helps you in querying the data in a specific way, wherein you can only fetch the required data and discard the unnecessary data. Now, the second thing is if you want to call multiple endpoints at a time, so you will have to call the REST APIs multiple times. So now this can be overcome by GraphQL by manipulating your query in a way that you can hit only once and then grab all the data which is necessary. Now, with these two advantages, we will see how we can use this in our .NET. Now, you see, I have opened or created a new solution, and the first thing that you have to do is install plugins. Now, what plugins are to be installed? Can look at this. We have Hot Chocolate, ASP.NET Core. So these are two things which you need to install. So now once you install this, I'm not going to take a look at controllers. I'm just creating a new model wherein I'm creating a model class that is person. It has three properties: ID, name, and age. And I have query resolver. So for this demonstration purpose, I don't want to hit any database or any external APIs. So where am I fetching the data? So I'm fetching the data from this list. So I've created a list of persons. And then I'm also having a method. This is a resolver method called get persons. So what is it returning? It is returning list of persons from here. Simple, straightforward, nothing fancy. Now, after this, we don't have to do anything. You just have to go to program.cs and do few registrations. So if you see here, I have added a service called add GraphQL servers, and then I have extended this with add query type. And what is my query type? Person query. So what is in the person query? I'm just mentioning the list of person, that is I'm fetching the data, and then I'm utilizing this method get persons to fetch the data. That's it. Now with this you need to make one more registration in the program.cs. um, at the bottom you just have to say app dot map graphql. That's it. Now I'm gonna run the solution. Let's wait for a minute or so that you'll end up seeing the browser. Now this is the Swagger UI. We don't want Swagger UI here. We will say GraphQL. So it opens up the banana cake pop, and you will see an interface where you can define your query. Now let's query this. So I'm gonna query on persons collection, and in the persons collection, let me see if I leave it empty, what will happen. No, it doesn't take the syntax, but yep. Expect name. All right. So instead of leaving it empty, we will see what properties it has. It has ID property. It has name property. It has age property. So I'm gonna basically query all the fields and run it. So it returns um, me the collection of person, so with all the data. So now in case if I don't want any of these, I can just remove and run, so that I will only retrieve IDs. Now this is not user readable form, so I will retrieve names. So I have retrieved the necessary data. So if you see here, the first query, I'm fetching all the data. It takes 51 milliseconds. Second query, I'm fetching um, names. I'm sorry, I'm fetching IDs over here. So it is taking 13 seconds. So here I'm fetching the names. It is taking 5 milliseconds. All right. So this is how you can work with of GraphQL. Pretty simple. So with your model classes, with your data, you can query complex data as well. All right. Thank you so much. If you have any comment, please comment down in the comment section.